Really textbook meta trade here yesterday. High vol breakout above 286, then an inside bar, low vol pullback, and then now we're starting to look or get closer towards a pullback into my entry zone. Using the 236 fib level here as sort of a relative indicator for my entry target and starting to get close towards that area, and then looking for a move towards 288 and then eventually that 290 zone. Really nice follow through on this meta trade, and then I'm getting about $4 worth of price action to the upside. Index is giving us a similar look here. I, I I don't know, Brian. Probably not a huge difference. My understanding, we'll talk about that later. I want to focus on this. Sorry. Okay, so watching closely here, right about 20 cents away. All right, guys, so I am in average price 284.82. Average price 284.82. So watching this back, maybe not the greatest of actual fill prices there. I think I probably got about 10 to 15 cents worth of actual slippage on that entry. So not super thrilled about that. And then, maybe could have also gotten a little bit of a deeper pullback here before I got in because it wasn't green immediately. But ultimately, this ended up working out pretty well. All right, so let's see if this thing can give me a immediate little bounce here higher. Pretty tight stop loss, so being pretty aggressive. I was definitely nervous during this pullback. Good entry, Jason. See how this thing behaves. Maybe you could have gotten 30 cents better, right? Ultimately, the pace of this selling candle here, right, is kind of what made me still think that my entry, even though it wasn't perfect right away, was still decent enough. Just because that volume standard is going to be the lowest volume bar of the day, so we're not being told necessarily very strong bears here. So my entry thesis, or the thesis that I want to see at my entry, still kind of holds. All right, back above entry price. So let's see if this thing can now give me some immediate follow through here, and I can get to that sort of risk-free. Right, that's best case Ontario. So let's see if this can give me a little bit of a further pop. Get back up above that 285. There we go. So far, so good. So a little bit more here would be excellent. And then we can look to kind of start trimming this thing on the way up. Great entry, Greg. Great entry. All right, so let's see if this thing has a bit more legs here. Right, but first scale out target's going to be about 285.50. Call it 285.55. I'll close about a quarter of my position at that area. Unfortunately, can't get meta in MetaTrader 4. Which is quite meta of them to do. I don't know if I like that little reaction and then pull back. A little bit like deja vu of last week, right? Okay, let's see if it has the legs here. 30 cents. Okay, 20 cents away here, guys, from that first profit target. 25 cents away. Pulling back again. 951. Kind of struggling with to trust the plan here a little bit. Don't know if I really trust this price action. Like to get to that profit target as soon as possible. Doesn't feel like I'm quite getting what I want here. Just last week, right, I had 2 trades that were within 5 to 10 cents on my profit target and then stopped me out. So I think I'm just kind of holding on to that fear here of that happening again. Okay, come on, give me 20 more cents. Like I said, 285.55 is going to be my target. 5 cents away. All right, there we go, guys. Closed a quarter of my position at that 285.55. I need to say I'm nervous more often. Well done, everybody. Let's see how much further follow through this thing has. Right, and that 285.55 was approximately 1R for my entry price, right? About 80 cents, 75 cents for my entry price. Right, give or take approximately my stop loss. So that's why I scaled out at that area. And now let's see if this thing can give me a little bit of further follow through here to the upside. Keep back up above 286 ideally, right? If not higher. But okay, right? Good trade, everybody, right? Good trade. No, I'll do that once I'm up 2R, Rusty. So after that next profit target, I'll move my stop loss up. Hey, Michael, how's it going? You just missed our meta entry here. We're in at 284.82. Already scaled out a quarter of our position, or at least I scaled out a quarter of my position, and now trying to get some further follow through here to the upside. Yeah, I'd say that's a hell of a great way to see it, Greg. I love that. So now let's see, right, next target here is going to be 287. We're getting close to that, guys. We're getting close to that. So I'll take off a little bit more at that area. Sorry, 286. Apologies, 286. So I'll take off a little bit here at that 286 if I can. Trying to do 286.05. I might got a bit greedy. And then once if I get that scale out here, right, I will then push my stop loss to my entry price. A little bit sloppy on my part, guys. Fuck. Oh, there we go. All right. So, okay, got a fill. Now let's see how much further follow through this thing can get. But stop loss now at my entry price. I'll call it 285 stop loss just to account for that extra slippage potentially. But let's see how much further follow through this thing can get. But yeah, you guys should be up, hopefully up towards the next zone. The next target here after this 286 is going to be now 288, probably realistically high a day, and then 288. but I scaled out once I was up 1R, right? And then scaled out again once I was up 2R, give or take. And then now I'm just risk-free. So stop loss is above my entry price. I've closed off half of my position. A little bit less than half of my position. But let's see how much further follow through this thing can get. But great trade, everybody. Let's go. Man, I'm gonna have to only start trading Mondays. So next target here, 287. Actually, we'll call it high a day. About 287.50. And I'll close about a third of what I have left at that area. My second profit target here was too early. Like I did it when I was up like $1.20 a share, when I should have done it when I was up like $1.60 a share. So I left some money on the table with that. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Yeah. Hard to have the Monday blues when you have a day like this to start the week off. Let's go. Who else caught this? Who else is in this? Oh, not my Apple Watch. Let's go, Jared. Let's go. Nice work, Terry. Well done. Attaboy, Ruben. That's a great entry. Oh, Jason, I know, man. You got probably the best entry out of everyone here so far. Oh, no, Greg. Sorry. Greg's got us all beat by about 20 cents. Man, guys, sometimes you look at these numbers, they don't feel real. I feel like that's probably the feedback I get the most from people on the funded accounts. When they start to see how fast the P&L moves and how it changes, it doesn't feel real, right? I only do it for scaling in, Brian. When I'm scaling out, I'm okay taking a little bit of slippage on the way up. Usually you don't deal with too much bad slippage as long as price is increasing. You get bad slippage when you try to close your position and it's decreasing, right? When you're kind of doing the opposite entry. So yeah, where it just like, it feels too much like a video game, where then that makes you like take it a little bit casually. Like I'm you know, at times when this thing moves, right? You start blinking and the P&L's moving faster than you can blink. And it's like, oh my gosh. It's a fun feeling, but it also is a little bit, you can kind of feel like yourself wanting to gamble that a little bit. And I feel like I get that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, the surreal is a really good way. It doesn't, yeah. That's a perfect way of describing it. So next target here, right, is high a day. Right, 287.50, so about $1 away. So everyone understand this thesis here? Let's see if we can explain it. For those of you who are DTR guests, you guys understand why I took this trade? You recognize this setup from the course? Appreciate you, Brian. So about 75 cents away here, guys. 75 cents. Yeah, absolutely. So setup here, right? We're looking for, we had 2.5 out of 3 here pre-market, and our setup trigger is a breakout through 286. So we get that breakout here on increasing outlier volume, holds on a normal body bullish candle, and then that next candle is a low vol pullback. So lowest volume bar of the day, inside bar, and then a candle that, you know, if we're looking at this as an arrow, that arrow is pointing up. So then we know that if we break out above 286, our next target becomes 288. So we just map out or draw out our fibs from 288, right, down towards sort of our stop loss, which in this context, I did just under 283. I did 283.90 was my stop loss. So then Boom, right, just right around here. And then pick an entry 284.82, right? Just around that white green line. And boom, right? That's how you manage it out. And then you're going 2-to-1 risk reward towards high a day again, like 4-to-1 towards 288. Yeah, Michael, I'll make sure to edit this up into one of those trading journal recaps. So I'll make sure I post that or send that your way when it's live. But it's just a simple breakout trade, right? So we got a high vol breakout, full body bullish candle, biggest volume bar of the day, right? So coincided with the trending price action we thought we saw. Then we got a weak pullback, right? Weakest volume bar of the day, weakest bearish candle shape. So then we we expected bulls to try to step in and find support off of those lows. And that's exactly what they did. So pretty much played that perfectly. And maybe not the best entry. I feel like my entry probably could have been 30 cents better, maybe. I think if I probably had my stop loss, if I was a little bit more flexible with my stop loss and didn't plan to have it just under that 284, I could have gotten stopped out as well. So trade required a little bit of extra planning, but I'm glad we put in the work. But yeah, the thesis here really similar to what we try to do every time, right? High vol breakout, low vol pullback, so strong bulls, failed bears, expect bulls to step in and defend. And that's exactly what we did. And we got a really nice payout here. But yeah, Monday's turning into my best trading day of the week here all of a sudden. Let's go. Yeah, but that's okay, right? At this point, I mean, I've got that lottery ticket, right? So I don't care to a certain extent, Jared, right? Like all I'm trying to do here now is try to just trust my plan as much as possible and not get in my way. Yeah, I agree, Greg. I mean, last week, right? Monday was the trade that I made my money on, and then every other trade after that was just taken away from Monday's performance. Yeah, I'm trying to work on that a lot too, Jared, and I'm trying to be a little bit more vocal about how I'm doing that. So hopefully we can kind of power through it together here. Yeah, dude, agreed. Agreed. I had enough margaritas to forget about it. I don't know about you, but I did my part. So I'm gonna close off a third of my remainder here at high a day, and then I'll try to hold off probably around towards that 290 area. If I could get that, that would be awesome. But I would need to see a pretty decent breakout. So next scale out will be 287.50 and then 288. And then I'll try to run it out towards 290. We might. It's not what I would drink though, personally, Rusty. I know them because I see them advertised by Barstool Sports all the time. Hey, a bottle of wine and an IPA that's still a pretty nice little set list for yourself there, Jared. So about 20 cents away here from that next profit target, guys. I'm going to close off about a third of what I have left. So let's see if we can get it. Oh, 1 cent away on the bid. Are you kidding? There we go. All right, guys. So I got filled 287.50. A pretty small chunk here left, but really, really nice little run here for us. Let's see how much further follow through we can get. But fantastic A+ trade, incredible follow through. It just shows how much it pays for us to just follow our plan, right? So congratulations, everybody who caught this. Any questions, guys, about this? Anyone who's not familiar maybe with my trading style, anything along those lines? Happy to try to explain what I did or what I do or anything. Let's go, Jason. Well done, man. Love that you're forcing yourself to change your math, right? That's beautiful. Right? And the more of these that you stack up, the better and better it's going to feel to be holding on and not like closing it when we just see green for the first time, right? I love that, man. That's well done. So what's your guys' little like celebration routine for when you have a nice day like this? What do you guys do? You guys all know about my breakfast routine, so I want to hear some of your guys's. Hey, my pleasure, Dwayne. Well done, man. Love to hear that you crushed it. So next target here, right about 20 cents away. And then, like I said, guys, gonna hold out for 290. I'm gonna close half of what I have left here. And that should leave me with about 1/5 of my original position. Okay, so just a few pennies away here, right? Trying to close them off at 288. I personally don't trade the futures, but I will trade the indexes. There we go, guys. Close them off there at 288. So I'll trade like more SPX versus and like NDX versus the futures. Love that, Rusty. That's a great rule. So that's pretty much everything to watch on that trade. I ended up getting stopped out as this thing pulled back towards my entry price before I ended up running towards sort of that 290 area. But really great trade. Got like $4 to follow through. No complaints to start my week off this way.